Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! This is a story called Countdown. Countdown. You'll see what it's about. I don't read women's magazines, ever, never, never have and never will. I am a feminist. Or what I mean, lots of these stories I'm writing in someone else's voice. This is not me, obviously. What I mean is I don't buy women's magazines. This is a subtle difference which will be lost on some people, but one which many of my fellow feminists will appreciate and understand, and which makes the reading of women's magazines under certain very specific circumstances more or less okay. It works like this. My mother, who is a tiny bit of a feminist, has a neighbour who is most definitely not a feminist, who actually buys the magazines, and she then passes them on to my mother, who then passes them on to me. So I feel that in some way they have been washed clean by the time they get to me. I feel that I am somehow absolved of responsibility for the content of the magazines. I am merely the end terminus, the receiver, the dead end, the drop. By the time they have reached me, the magazines have effectively been rinsed of all harmful bacteria. They are clean. They are kosher. They are more or less edible, like food that has only recently and briefly been dropped on the ground. I do make an exception, however, at Christmas. At Christmas, I allow myself to buy a magazine, one or two for my own private use. I buy the magazine to remind me how to cook Christmas dinner, because every year I seem somehow to have forgotten how to cook Christmas dinner, or perhaps to have half expected someone else to remember or to offer to do it on my behalf, which they never have and never will. I now have almost 24 Christmas women's magazines collected over many years, and together, in combination, they have helped me to form my own very personal, customised Christmas dinner preparation countdown, which I present to you now in the spirit of sisterhood. 9 a.m. Arrive in the kitchen, hair washed, makeup done, Christmas outfit on. Your outfit should be flattering and comfortable and not so sexy that you have to spend all day fending off your husband / life partner / significant other / relative / family friend who will start drinking early and think that you are in some way their Christmas gift. I work on the old don't ask for credit as refusal often offends principle. Even this doesn't always work. Go to the toilet. You will think that you will have time during the rest of the day to go to the bathroom / bedroom and make yourself presentable, but you will not. Take ibuprofen / paracetamol as appropriate. Get the turkey out of the fridge. Cover it with a tea towel, a clean tea towel. You'll realise that you do not have enough clean tea towels. Put on a tea towel wash. Remember to take the butter out of the fridge for the bread to go with the smoked salmon and for the brandy butter. You will forget to take out the butter, so return to this step at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. when everyone else eventually gets up and decides it's time for smoked salmon, but the butter is frozen. Make a cup of coffee. Say to your husband / wife / life partner / significant other, no, it's fine, it's all under control when they offer to help, because frankly it's easier, and anyway, what's the point of them offering to help in the kitchen today when they haven't offered to help all year and you really don't want them muscling in on the biggest cooking day of the year and taking some of the credit? Diligently tidy and clean all work surfaces and wonder why on earth you are stuck doing this again, since you've been doing the tidying, cleaning and cooking every day for the past year, even though last year you vowed that this year you weren't going to take on so much at home so you could concentrate more on your job / friendship / personal growth and development. Make a note to speak to your therapist, except you don't have a therapist because you're too busy. Do not have a little cry. At Christmas, a little cry always turns into a big cry. Save it. 10 a.m. Remember to turn on the oven. If you have an Aga, well, lucky you, bitch. My sister-in-law has an Aga, which she uses, as is traditional, as an expensive clothes horse. Prepare the turkey, gravy and stuffing. For the stuffing, I use a pound of sausage meat, half a pound of chestnuts, herbs, celery and onion, but frankly none of it really matters as long as it contains lots of sausage meat. Indeed, in extremis, you could probably scrap the rest of the dinner and just serve sausages, and everyone would be happy. For the gravy, use fresh chicken stock. Like you've got fresh chicken stock. Use a stock cube, for God's sake, and don't be so bloody precious. Plus a dash of white wine, some dried thyme and a bay leaf, because no one cares or can tell the difference, except your sister-in-law. But when was the last time she made Christmas dinner? Cram the stuffing in the front cavity of the turkey. Thread a skewer through the folds of skin around the front cavity to keep it all in. Try not to be reminded of what this reminds you of. Realise you haven't got a skewer anymore because you used them all for something in the garden. Do not staple or use sellotape, obviously. Improvise, I don't know with what, that's the point of improvisation. But in my experience, a sharp pencil often works, not a coloured pencil. Butter and salt and pepper the turkey. Forget all that stuff about stuffing butter under the skin. Again, try not to think about what handling turkey skin reminds you of. Thank God you're past all that. 10:30 a.m. Put turkey in the oven on a trivet. Realise again that you don't know what a trivet is. Then remember that it's the metal rack type thing that comes with your roasting pan that you never use. Prepare bread sauce. Half a white loaf, cubed, onion studded with cloves, 23 fluid ounces of milk, bay leaves, pinch of nutmeg, 100 millimetres of double cream. Put onion in saucepan with milk and bay leaves and nutmeg. Bring to boil, simmer for 10 minutes, leave for 20 minutes. Then discard. Nobody actually likes bread sauce. 11 a.m. Baste the turkey with the fat that will already have formed at the bottom of the roasting pan. Do this every half an hour for the next couple of hours until you realise that you have forgotten to remove the neck and giblets in the plastic bag inside the turkey carcass. When you do eventually realise, remove the neck and giblets from the carcass and the bag and put them in the bottom of the roasting pan, or the bin. Prepare brandy butter. Whisk 150 grams of butter until creamy. Wish you had an electric whisk that actually worked. Perhaps start to feel a little sad. Do not have a little cry. Under no circumstances have a little cry. Add sugar until light and fluffy. Realise that your whisked butter and sugar are never light and fluffy. Trickle in the brandy. Watch it curdle. Despair. Put in fridge. Realise fridge is full. Leave on windowsill. Buck yourself up, woman. Bucks fizz. 11:30 a.m. Guess what? Baste the turkey. It should be getting a little bit brown. It won't be getting a little bit brown, but the next time you check it'll be too brown, so cover with foil. Scatter chopped carrots, celery and onion over giblets in bottom of the roasting pan. Prepare vegetables. 6 pounds of floury potatoes, pound of carrots, 2 pounds of Swedes, 3 pounds of Brussels sprouts. If you don't know how to prepare vegetables by now, give up. 12 noon. Realise you forgot to put the turkey back in the oven. Put the turkey back in the oven. Turn down heat in the oven to 180. Keep the bird covered. Put Christmas pudding on plate in a pan. Forget all about it, allowing to burn to a crisp as usual. Prepare first course. Remember that you have forgotten to plan the first course. Make do with the leftover smoked salmon. Cut bread into triangles. It'll do. 12:30 p.m. Pour off fat in turkey tray, save in a bowl, leave giblets and mushy vegetables in tray, crumble stock cube, add white wine, thyme, bay leaf, return to oven. Finally, give in to demands that presents be opened. Wander in and out of the kitchen as people pretend to know what they've bought each other, since in fact you've bought all the presents for everyone, from everyone. Smile weakly. Look serene. Need I say that when you realise that your husband/wife/life partner/significant other actually believed you when you said you shouldn't do presents for each other this year, and so they actually haven't got you a present, do not cry. 1:30 p.m. Boil the potatoes. Look for jar of cranberry sauce. You're sure you bought cranberry sauce, but maybe that was last year or the year before. The year before that? Remember that time is running out and that you're another year older than the last time you were hunting for cranberry sauce. Ignore sister-in-law who says she always likes to make her own cranberry sauce. Pity her. She's married to your brother. 1:45 p.m. Take turkey out of the oven. Keep it covered in foil. Realise you've run out of foil. Improvise. Perhaps use your sister-in-law's coat. Dismiss this thought from your mind. Raise oven temperature back up to max. Put potatoes in oven. 2:15 p.m. Don't touch the potatoes. Seriously, don't touch them. They'll be better if you don't touch them. All right, go ahead and touch them. They will not get crispy if you touch them, but you're going to touch them anyway, so touch them. Mash carrots and Swedes. Wish you had a mouli legume. Add butter, pepper, salt, whatever, anything. Told you shouldn't have touched the potatoes. Boil sprouts, then fry them, desperately adding bacon in an attempt to make them taste of something. Never mind the vegetarians. Take the turkey tray, make gravy, blah, blah, blah. Serve it, look at them. Before sitting down, make your excuses and go to the bathroom. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do not have a little cry. Put on some lipstick, smooth your hair, and realise that what you are looking at is the face of your mother. Merry Christmas.